Willson didn't immediately follow the success of The Music Man with another musical. He served a higher purpose. He went to work for our government. During the war, Meredith Willson was an undercover super spy. His name was codenamed Piccolo. Now, those of you who watch the History Channel or are familiar with our country's history, you may know where Meredith Willson was stationed during the war. It wasn't in the United States, but it was another specific place in the world. Where was it? Sorry? Russia is correct. Yes, that's exactly right. Now, while Willson was in Russia, his job was to retrieve a very specific household item, like a toothbrush or a shoe. What was it?
A yardstick.
A yardstick is correct, yes. Now, I happen to have with me one of Meredith Willson's top secret transmissions, transcribed, of course, from deep within enemy territory, as he attempted to retrieve a yardstick from Russia. This is the actual broadcast of Codename Piccolo. Hello, hello. Uncle Sam, this is your very own Yankee Doodle Dandy, Meredith Willson, Superspy, a.k.a. Codename Piccolo. I have successfully infiltrated the Ruskies in their own Soviet nesting spot, and they have begun to accept me as one of their own. The key to the infiltration was discovering the extent to which the elixir known as vodka constitutes the majority of all transactions in Russia. I had understood ahead of time that vodka was a popular libation enjoyed by man, woman, and child alike. But nothing could have prepared me for the profligacy of the consumption of this dread beverage. Indeed, it is not inaccurate to say that not a single transaction of any kind, be it commercial, social, or societal, can take place without a liberal dosing of lubrication with the elixir known as vodka. My initial attempts to ingratiate myself to the natives by consuming minor quantities of this fluid proved inadequate, and I was forced to relocate myself and acquire an entirely new set of false documents and papers. But now that I have demonstrated my capacity to consume massive quantities of the liquid, sometimes guzzling casks upon casks before the sun has even arisen, they have accepted me as one of their own. I am known as Tomas. I am the local hamsmith. As the customers line up in front of my store each day, admiring the Italian salamis that hang in the storefront window, I welcome each one of them with a hearty slap on the back, a designation as comrade, and by drinking the contents of 2 large casks of vodka. Every time a customer comes to the room and that bell rings, I steady myself and grab the nearest straw. My attempts to use America's metric system have been unsuccessful. This is all part of my plot to steal the yardstick that is so essential to American security. We all know that without this 3-foot-long piece of lumber, Uncle Sam's attempts to bring peace back to the world will be a complete failure. However, at a recent party, I was able to get the local czar to bring the yardstick with him, and so I could show him a custom known as limbo. The limbo activity was regarded with skepticism and derision by the local Russians, until I suggested that we all drink some vodka. After 15 minutes, having consumed the equivalent of an Olympic-sized swimming pool of the stuff, the limbo activity was immensely popular. And once the first fur coat brushed the underside of the yardstick and the game was declared a success, I was able to conceal the item, disguising it inside the bottle of vodka that I carry with me everywhere, and smuggle it to the border. I am pleased to announce that my espionage has been a success. Codename Piccolo, signing off.